are going to be decluttering foundations. If we get enough time, I'm going to do my concealers as well. As you can see, I have some foundations right here. And as you can see, we have some foundations over here. I have these boxes that I'm going to be putting things away. And I have some stuff in here. So my goal is to be able to fit all of my foundations up here, just because I have some here and then I have some on this side over there. My goal with decluttering is to just keep them all up here, and then down here is where I have some concealers. Like I said, my goal is to go through all of these and declutter the ones that I don't want. So let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first one we have is the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir. I really do like this one, and I've only had it for a couple months, so I think I'm gonna keep this one just because I do use it. Next one back here is the Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation. This one I'm not 100% sure on. I'm going to put it in the medium pile just because I have used it and I do like it, but I don't use it enough. So I'm going to put this in the medium pile. The next one is the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage Foundation. I do like this one, and I have been using it consistently, and I've only had it for maybe a couple of weeks, so I am going to keep this one. The Fiona Styles Matte Finish Foundation Concentrate. I'm so sad that they discontinued this one. I really did like it. I try not to use it as much when I'm posting, so you can't get it anymore, but I do like this foundation, so I am going to keep this one. So next I have the YSL All Hours Foundation. I really do like this one, but I don't post a lot about it just because it is a very expensive foundation. So I do love this one. I'm definitely going to keep it. Next one up here is the e.l.f. Oil Free Foundation. I picked this one up maybe like 2 months ago because everybody was raving about it, but I did not like it. It just looked really crepey and dry on my skin, and I was just not a fan at all, so I am going to be tossing this one or giving this one away. Next we have the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. I do like this one too. I have not used it as much, but I know I've only had it for a couple of months, so I am going to keep this one as well. This next one is the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Foundation. If you guys saw my favorites video maybe a couple months back, you know that I absolutely love this foundation. The wear of it, the feel of it, how it just looks on your skin. This shade is so dark for me, and I kept it because I'm like, well, I can mix it with like really light foundations to darken them up and then it'll be good, but literally I only need like half a pump of this and then my foundation is like my perfect shade if it's a little bit too light. So I'll never go through this stuff. This one was actually sent to me from Influencer. I don't feel too bad about it, but I just know that this is not my shade and I'm not going to go through it. I absolutely love it, but I do need to pick up my correct shade. So I'm going to be tossing this one as well. Okay, so now we are on the other side. Now I'm going to go through these and pick out the ones that I don't want. So the first one I see here is from Cover FX, Custom Cover Drops, and I already know that this one is one that is going to be going away just because I've had this for over 2 or 3 years, I think, and I never use it. I use it maybe once a year, maybe 2 times a year, so I just don't get use out of this one, so I'm going to be tossing this one for sure. So next is this Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup. I do love this foundation so much. I get so much use out of this one, but this particular one is almost empty. You guys can't see it because of the frosted glass and how it looks, but this one's pretty much almost empty. I already have a backup of it, and I've just had this for too long, so I'm going to be tossing this one as well. Next, I have my L'Oreal Infallible Total Coverage Foundations. I got these and I really liked them at first, and then as my skin got more combo instead of oily, I just found that these were a little bit too cakey for me, a little bit too full coverage and not like just really full coverage and felt nice on the skin. It was like full coverage and kind of sticky, and I just didn't like that, so these are going to be going as well. Next, I have my Frankie Rose Matte Perfection Foundation. I am definitely keeping this one. This is one of my favorite foundations ever. Feels so nice, very full coverage, highly pigmented. I really love this one, so I'm going to be keeping this one. Next, I have my LC Micro Silk Foundation. This is another one that I'm definitely keeping. I love this foundation. It looks so nice on the skin. It is very pricey. I do have a full review. If you guys want to see that, I will list it in the description bar, but I am keeping this one. Next two I have are the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundations. I really do like this foundation. This is a really nice demi-matte, kind of full coverage foundation, but these two are so old. I've had them for such a long time that I'm going to be tossing them and maybe just get one shade. I got 2 of them, and both of these are a little bit too light, so I'm going to get one that's my correct shade maybe in the next couple months, but these two I'm tossing them only because they're really old, not because I don't like the product. But yeah, these two gotta go. Next, I have my EX1 Invisiwear foundation. As you guys can see, it is almost gone. So I think I am gonna be keeping this one, and I'm gonna try to finish it up within the next couple of weeks. I really do like this foundation. It's a really nice kind of demi-matte in between foundation. It's more of like a silky foundation, and this shade matches me perfectly, so I am gonna be keeping this one. Here I have my Makeup Forever HD foundation. There's nothing wrong with this foundation. I really do like it. I just need to get more use out of it, but I am going to be keeping this one. So here we have the Urban Decay All Nighter foundation. I do like this foundation as well, and I've only had it for a couple of months, so I am going to be keeping this one. Again, I just got to really switch out my foundations and wear them more. I really do like this one. This is more on the full coverage side, so if you have oily skin, you might really like this one, but I am going to be keeping it. Next, I have my NARS Velvet Matte Skin Tint. If you guys have seen any of my other previous videos, you know I really love this. This is kind of like a skin tint, but it also has that like medium coverage of foundation. So I really do like this one, and it's perfect for the hopefully up and coming weather months. So I am going to be keeping this one as well. Next up, we have the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation Concealer. I am going to get rid of this one just because this one oxidizes really bad. It is very, very full coverage, like almost to the point of being uncomfortable, like the Infallible Pro Matte. And I already have my Clinique 2-in-1 Foundation and Concealer, so I'm just going to toss this one. Next, I have these two from CoverGirl. This is the Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation. I think I got these over the summer, so I am going to be keeping them. I really do like both of these foundations. They're oldies but goodies. I have like a darker shade and a lighter shade, so I just mixed them both to get my perfect shade. Would have just been easier to get one instead of two, but I am going to be keeping these because I do like them. Next in here is the MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation. I'm going to be tossing this one. I might like dump out the product and just keep the tube because you can back to MAC it, but this is my wrong shade for sure. I use it because it's too light for me. I have no idea why I went with this shade, who matched me with the shade, but I'm gonna be getting rid of this one. So up here we have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundations. Definitely keeping both of these. I really do like them. This is more for when I'm a little bit tanner, and this is more of like my winter shade, and then I mix both like if I'm in between. I do like both of these, so I'm going to be keeping these. So up here I also have the Herborian CC cream. I really do like this one. I use this for like no makeup days. I'm going somewhere hot. I've only had it for a couple of months, so I am going to be keeping this one and wearing it more over the summer. I do think when it gets hotter, I'll definitely be opting for this one over a full coverage foundation more often. Here I have two of the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundations, my darker shade and then my more lighter shade. I'm almost out of this foundation. So if this is too light for me, I'll just mix a little bit of this in there. I am going to use this one up, and then now that summer's coming, I do have a darker shade for that. I do love this foundation as well, and since I'm almost out of this one, I'm just going to keep both and run out of this one hopefully by the time summer or the warm weather rolls around. But I do love this foundation, so I am going to be keeping these. So these are two products I got from Ulta. These are the foundation adjusting drops, the lightening and darkening. I only got these maybe in January or like early February, so I am going to be keeping them. They actually work really well. I don't know if you can still get these at Ulta, but I do like them. It doesn't really change the undertone of the foundation, which is what I really like. It just actually darkens them or lightens them. So I do like them, and I've only had them for a couple of months, so I am going to be keeping these two. Almost done, but the next foundation I have is the Maybelline Matte and Poreless. Gonna be keeping both of them just because this is my lighter shade and I'm almost out of it, and then this is my darker shade for summer, so I'll just mix a little bit of this to get my perfect shade right now. Love both of these. I'm almost out of this one, so it'll be ending in the next couple of months. Love this foundation, so I'm definitely keeping both of these. Next, I have the LA Girl Pro Coverage High Definition Foundation. I do really like this foundation, but this foundation shade is too dark for me. I think I ordered it online, and that's why I was so off on getting my correct shade. I'm gonna put this in the medium pile just because I do like this foundation, but it's so like affordable. I think it's under $10 that maybe it might just be worth it to toss this one and get like my correct shade. So I'm gonna put this in the medium pile. Right, second to last foundation. This is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. As you can see, I am almost out of this foundation. Love this foundation. It's one of my favorite ones. It gives a really nice medium to full coverage foundation, but it leaves your skin like satin looking, not cakey, but not dry, also not super shiny or dewy. It's the perfect in between. Love this foundation. I'm almost out of it, so I'm just going to keep it and finish using it. And then the last foundation I have, Lancome Tint Idole Ultra 24 Hour Makeup Foundation. Love this foundation. I am almost done with it. Like 25% of this left. My perfect shade. It's my perfect long wear foundation. Absolutely love it. So I am definitely going to be keeping this one as well. Okay, so that's all my foundations that I have. I'm going to clean this off quick, and all of the foundations I have down here, we're going to try to fit them up here and see if we did a good enough job decluttering. I will be back in just 1 minute. Awesome. So as you can see, all of my foundations fit perfectly over here. There's even some space over here if I want to put more foundations. So mission was accomplished. These are all the foundations I currently have. The ones that I am on the fence about are these two. I think I am going to toss this one just because this one is way too dark. The only way I could use it is mixing it with other foundations. And like I said, it's under $10. So if I really like it or if I really want it, I could just go rebuy it. But I do have so many foundations I want to finish up anyway. So I am going to toss this one. This one I do like. I just don't use it as much, but it was a pricey foundation, so I think I am going to keep it, and I'm just going to try to use it more and try to use it up. So that one fits perfectly there, so we are just gonna leave this little guy right there. So then these are all the foundations we decided to get rid of. 11 that I'm going to be decluttering. I think that is a pretty good deal, and like I said, I do like most of them. It was either just the wrong shade or they were almost done. So yeah. So now let's go ahead and move on to concealer. Here is where I have all of my concealers. So this is what we are gonna go through. I don't know if I have like a set record of how many I want to get rid of, just because everything fits nicely in here. But we're just gonna try to get rid of the ones that I never use. So okay, yeah. So this first one is the Kat Von D Lock-It concealer. I do like this concealer. It's very full coverage. It is a little bit light, but I really do like it. So I am gonna be keeping this one. Next we have the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. You guys know that I'm obsessed with this concealer, so is everybody. I've used this so much, so I am going to be keeping it. Next we have this Essence Say No to Redness. I don't really use it this much, and I already have another concealer that I already see in there, so I am going to be tossing this one. Next we have the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Concealer. I absolutely love this one, and I think I just repurchased this not too long ago, so I'm going to keep it. We have the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Anti-Aging Concealer. This is a smaller one that I got, but I never use this one, and I think the reason I don't use it is because I don't like the way it looks on my under eyes. So I'm just going to go ahead and toss it. Next is this concealer from ColourPop. You guys can see that this is very loved. I've used this so much, and if you watch any of my other past videos, I love it, so I'm going to be keeping this one. Here we have the Sonia Kashuk Hidden Agenda Concealer Palette. I really love this one. I use this shade to combat any dark circles I have, and this one to combat any redness, so I am going to be keeping this one. I prefer this one over the Say No to Redness little pen that I got, and I can just use both of these if I want, so I am going to keep it. Next is my NARS Soft Matte Concealer. This is in Custard. You guys can see here that this is hella loved. I've fallen so in love with this product, so I am going to be keeping it. This is the Pixie Peach Brightening Concealer. I really do like this one as well. And I have been using it. I just need to use it a little bit more, so I will keep this one too. Here I have my LA Girl Pro Conceal, and this is in the shade Beautiful Bronze. I got it in this darker shade because I wanted to cream contour with it. Cream contour all that often, and if I do, I use a different product, so this one has to go. So here I have two of the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer. This one is in the shade Custard. This one is in the shade Ginger. This one I use to conceal darkness a little bit, and then this one is my one to conceal and highlight. Love both of these. These are fantastic, so I'm going to be keeping them both. I do have another one here that I'm running low on, so I'm just going to finish this one up before I toss it. Next I have this one from Bobbi Brown. This is the Light to Medium Peach 7 Concealer. I think I used this 1 or 2 times and I wasn't like crazy in love with it, so I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of it. Next I have this CoverGirl Outlast All Day Concealer. This is actually a concealer that I use if I have lots of redness or acne, just because it is like my actual skin tone. But I do have other concealers that kind of go ahead and get rid of that stuff for me, so I'm just going to go and toss it because I never use it. I have two of the Maybelline Fit Me concealers. It's one of my favorite concealers of life. This one is almost done, and I use these so much, so I'm going to keep both of them. Two more of my LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealers. This one I got to conceal dark circles and such, but I never use it, so I'm going to toss this one. This one, I do like the concealer. It's a good consistency, but I don't use it all that much, so I think I will keep this one, but I'm just going to have to rotate it out and use it more. If I don't use it within the next couple of weeks, I will be tossing this one as well, though. Master Conceal from Maybelline Studio. This is a hella full coverage concealer, and I love it for, like I said, when I have pimples or anything like that. It does work to brighten as well, and I do like it. I just have to make sure I really prep my under eyes areas. It could be a little bit of a drying concealer, but I do like it, and there's a lot still left, so I am gonna keep it. A couple more. This is the Frankie Rose Our Little Secret concealer. There's almost nothing left of this one, so I'm gonna keep it to finish it up. I really do like this concealer. It's very full coverage, and it highlights well, so I will keep it. We have the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Flawless Wear Concealer. Love this concealer, very full coverage, works really well. Same with this one, there's only a little bit left, so I'm gonna try to run through it before I throw it out, but I do like this one. This is a Too Faced Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer. Do like this concealer. This is more of my skin tone instead of a highlighting concealer. So this is what I've been using more to conceal any blemishes and stuff that I have, or like for no makeup days. Do like it, and because it is small, it'll go quick, so I will keep this one too. This is the other green concealer that I have that I've been using for when I have redness. This is from NYX. This is the HD concealer. I like this one. I like the consistency. It doesn't leave my face as green as the other one, and it's just easier to blend out. So I'm keeping this one. So I have this one from Wet n Wild. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. I did not really like this concealer. I actually got a different shade, like a lighter shade, and I threw it out because I didn't use it. I kept this one because I wanted to use it for when I'm doing like cut creases, and I like to cut the crease with it. But I never ended up using this one because I have a different one that I like, so I'm just going to go ahead and toss this one. This is the NYX HD Concealer, but this is in the shade Tan. I got this one so I could do like cream contour and highlight. This is my like contouring shade or bronzing shade, but I don't really use it for that, have not really used it for that, and I don't use it as concealer because obviously it's too dark for me. So it's time to get rid of this one. And this last one I have is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I hate this concealer. It does not work as concealer at all for my under eye. It's just too dry down there. It makes it crepey and dry. However, I do like this concealer for cutting the crease. For some reason, it's just very smooth on my eyelid, or maybe it's just because I prep my eyelid, but it cuts the crease really nicely like I want, and it's very full coverage, so that's what I use it for. I don't use this to conceal at all anywhere on my face, but I only use this for cutting the crease. I know it's kind of stupid, but I already have it. I already paid for it. It's not like I can return it because I've had this for like over a year. So I just use this to cut the crease. So that's why I tossed the Wet n Wild one, but I will be keeping this one just to continue to do that. So now I'm going to put these back here and see what it looks like. So this already looks so much better. I can see all the concealers I have here and the ones I have up here. I mean, it's not like 100% perfect, but compared to how many more I had and how overflowing it was, I like this one better. Just put it in here and it just opens and closes nicely, because before it was just like stacked to the brim and I couldn't like pull this out carefully. But like I said, here you can see pull it out and just easily slide it in. So then here are all the concealers that we are going to get rid of. Concealers that we are getting rid of that we no longer use or want. I think that's a pretty good deal, and like I said, here you can actually see my concealers now. I don't get stuck there, so I will take that as a win. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like decluttering videos or want to see more, definitely give it a thumbs up and leave it down in the comments. But yeah, thank you guys so much for helping me declutter my concealers and my foundations over there, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!